Hi guys! Wait, I think something's wrong. Now I think it's fine. If you could see what's in my mind right now, you'd be seeing this.
Raindrop on the blacktop, heart stop, feeling like a robot. Swipe left, scroll down, same chick, but you're living in a new town.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Harshita and in today's video I'm going to be telling you all about Jindal, what it's like to study there, what it's like to stay there, how are the professors, how to get into Jindal, everything about it. So without further ado, let's get to it. First things first, how to get into Jindal. The prerequisite to get into Jindal is that you have to give the LSAT exam. You have to have a particular score to get into Jindal. Other than that, there's an application form on their website. You have to fill that. If you're applying for a scholarship, there's another form for the scholarship on their website. You have to fill that too. The application form asks for certificates like transfer certificate and your class 12th board certificate. The application process is not that long. Once you fill the application and you've cleared the LSAT exam, you get an email from Jindal if you have been admitted into the college. The cutoff to get into Jindal differs every year, but I think if you score anywhere above 75 to 80 percentile, you should be good to get into Jindal. Once you've been admitted, you get a lot of emails telling you about the process and what all needs to be done. So for my batch particularly, they called us 3 days prior so that we could settle in, and there is a whole welcome week planned for the freshers. Described my first week of law school in another video. Do check it out. The buddy project is organized so that freshers get to know each other, they get to know the seniors, and they are familiar with the environment at Jindal. Jindal is so huge that you're going to take around 2 to 3 months to figure out what class is where and how do you go from one place to another. Everyone lost ways and could not find their classes because it is so huge. The first day at campus, you're allotted your rooms and your roommates and everything. The rooms are pretty good. First years usually get bunk beds and it is a 3 sharing room. So you have your desks underneath your bed and you get 3 cupboards, so it's very spacious. You can easily fit in all your stuff in the 3 cupboards. So the classes generally start after the 3rd or the 4th day. BBLLB has around 50 to 60 students in one class. However, BLLB has 60 to 70 students in one class. The number differs. The sections are allotted very randomly, and so the first classes generally are introduction class so that you can get to know your friends, your teachers, your professors. About the classrooms, there are classrooms on every floor and the structure of most of the classes are same, but some are different. Some classes are like this and some are like this, but overall the classes are so well built and you actually feel like studying in a place like that. The professors are amazing. They teach you so well and they are so learned. At the beginning of every semester, you get a course manual from every professor and everything is written over there. Your syllabus, your week-wise schedule, and how your exams are going to look like. Everything is mentioned and it is so convenient because you know the expectations of a professor from the start, at least on paper. And throughout the classes, you get to know the professor better. So when we were back at campus, the internals consisted of at least 2 to 3 exams. There were also marks for class participation, but overall every exam pattern for internals depended on the professor and how they want to conduct their internals. So one whole semester is for 4 months, 3 months of which we have classes. In a day, one person has maximum 2 to 3 classes. Each class is of 2.5 hours. The professors do give us a 15 to 20 minute break in the middle of the class so that we can go grab some food or get something to drink. And there is sufficient amount of gap between the 2 classes in a day or 3 classes in a day, so you do not feel exhausted. Once the 3 months of classes are over, we get a 2-week break to prepare for our end semesters. The end semesters are of 50 marks and we have sit-down exams when we were back at campus. And there is a common paper for the whole batch. Once the exams and all are over, we get a 2-month break. In that 2-month break, we're supposed to do internships, either 1 or 2. Some people do 1, some people do 2. And our college has a proper office where the people devote their time for us to get internships, and we do get a lot of internship opportunities from the college itself. We can apply through our college to the different law offices, law organizations and NGOs. I had recently got an internship through my college and I started with them in June. I made a video on what my first day looked like as an intern. I'm gonna attach that, you can check that out. So that's about the semester. If you have any questions, let me know. Moving on to how the campus looks like. So the campus has 4 towers and there are various things in each tower. We have 3 to 4 messes that we can access according to our convenience and how close it is to our class or the next class we have to go to. Each mess provides you with all the meals unless there is some event going on or it is closed for some reason. We get 4 meals a day: breakfast, lunch, snacks and dinner, and each meal has 3 types of cuisines. We also get something to drink and a dessert. So the meals are very good and you can choose what you would like to eat on that particular day in that particular meal. There are so many libraries that you can access anytime and every time. Get a library card so that you can issue books and return them at a specific date. There is a huge reading room in our college that you can access and you can study there throughout the day if you don't feel like going to your room, or if you have to study between classes and you do not want to walk all the way back to the room. The reading rooms are amazingly built. Even if you're studying there for a while and you leave your stuff over there and you go grab lunch or you go out with your friends, your stuff will be there 100%. And no one will touch your stuff. It will be just the way you had kept it. During exams, the reading room is full all the time and people do leave their stuff to go grab a meal or coffee or anything, and it is extremely convenient. There are proper sitting areas in the libraries itself with a desk and a chair so that you can access any book anytime and you do not have to travel to any other place to go get the book and again keep it. There is a good enough room known as a common center where you have pool tables, you have foosball tables, carom, chess and TV. Anyone can access that or sit over there with their friends or chill for some time, however you like. Moving on to the hostels. I already told you about the room structure. You have 3 sharing, at least the freshers. Every hostel has a common room which also has games and a place for recreation. Every hostel also has a small reading room that you all can access if you do not wish to study in your room and you want to go to some place but you do not feel like going all the way to the campus. Each floor of every hostel has a small kitchen area where you get a microwave so that you can cook something minimal. You're not allowed to cook in your rooms. Overall, the hostels are amazing. The campus is amazing. It is beautifully built and there is so much space everywhere. The fields on the campus are huge. There is a cricket ground, there are cricket nets, there is a football ground, there are basketball courts, there is squash, there is table tennis, there's badminton. Everything that you can think of is there in Jindal. You have a good huge gym that you can access anytime. If you want to go get some ice cream or if you want to drink fresh juice or if you merely want fruits, you can access everything on campus. There are small stores near every hostel that provide you with fruits, snacks, drinks. We have a laundry system in our college. We are given numbers and bags where we have to put our clothes and we have to give it in a certain place. There is a designated place for laundry. For room cleaning, there is an app where you have to book from and the didis come and clean our rooms. The didis are extremely helpful, nice and trustworthy. Moving on to the most important thing, friends. How do you make friends? How do you meet new people? Well, Jindal has a very liberal environment. The people at Jindal do not judge you. Most of the people at Jindal will always be ready to help you and the seniors are also very helpful. You are not bullied at Jindal. Jindal has a zero tolerance policy for bullying. You might find your people in the first week or you might find your people after 2 months. But at Jindal, you will find your person that you can connect with. How you picture yourself in Jindal matters a lot. If you're the person who is very determined and studies very hard, the culture at Jindal, as people say, cannot influence you if you do not want to be influenced. With this, moving on to the fee consideration that most people have. Yes, Jindal's fee is high, but personally, I think if you can make the most out of the resources that Jindal provides you with, it is worth it. Because Jindal does give you a lot of opportunities, but of course you can make use of most of the resources when you're back at campus. For online, I don't think so. Online college was not that great for me personally, honestly. Jindal gives out a lot of scholarships. You get scholarships based on your LSAT percentile and you also get to apply for scholarships every year. For that, you need to get a certain GPA and there are also financial considerations that need to be taken into account. So here are some honest reviews from students from the first and the second year. I hope you like it.
A concern that some students have while coming to Jindal is with the fee structure and the admission process being the way they are, that only people with a certain degree of privilege and from a certain section of society have the opportunity of coming to Jindal, and that brings with it a lot of unfortunate stereotypes which you'll find are largely not true. If you search hard enough, you'll find your kind of people in Jindal, like you'll find every kind of people, and you'll find a place for you to fit in, or you might just get very comfortable not fitting in at all. In either case, you'll be very welcome at Jindal.
Hello, I have been commissioned by Harshita to do this, so here I am. And Harshita, I will be waiting for that paycheck. What I have loved about Jindal is the warming experience it has been since the very first day when we were afforded an extremely comforting welcome. I have loved the friends that I have made throughout my life at university. I love the experiences that I have had throughout my life at university, and I think anyone who has the privilege to be here must definitely opt to be here.
First year law school for me has been an amazing experience, even though everything was online and I was really skeptical at first. Everything turned out to be great. I was also very apprehensive about how I'd make friends, but I've come to realize that Jindal is a very diverse place and it's easy to make friends, I feel. And I feel the Buddy Project was really helpful in this matter because it was one of the first events we attended, and it gave us a sense of how Jindal was going to be in real life, and it helped us connect with seniors and other batchmates, and it was an amazing experience overall. But now I'm just looking forward to being on campus as soon as possible.
Freshers are often scared about fitting into the college, and they're scared they won't be able to make friends and if they'll be okay on campus. One thing that is for sure is that everyone has a support system over here. Everyone finds friends. No one is left alone. This campus is not judgmental at all. You'll have people helping you throughout. You will find the best people on campus. I know I have met a few people who I know that will be in my life forever and ever. And yeah, this is the speciality about our campus, that no one is left alone and everyone has a friend, and you will make friends who will last a lifetime. Your friendship will last a lifetime. So this is one thing that sets Jindal apart.
Jindal is always known to have a top-notch faculty, and besides that, the professors have been really understanding and considerate in these trying times. The societies have helped me gain exposure, interact with seniors and make new friends. And lastly, I always thought that making new friends can be a tedious task in a virtual mode. However, after first year law school, I can vouch for the fact that I have amazing friends. We have a lot of different sessions, jamming sessions, and yeah, the experience has been great so far. And I really hope to be on campus really soon.
Hi, I guess it would be grave injustice for me to summarize what Jindal has been like for me in just 30 seconds, but if I have to give a broad overarching summary, I don't think so I'll be lying when I say it's kind of been like a life-changing event for me. It has changed me as a person in all aspects, grown and kind of evolved me as a person in terms of confidence, personality, experience, opportunities, and probably everything I could have imagined in a law school, and what I could have, in fact even more than what I thought I could have achieved in law school, I've probably been successful enough to do it in 2 years. And it's largely accredited due to the environment, the opportunities, the type of people I've met, the type of professors who I've met and interacted with. It's just been kind of like an amazing learning, supportive curve, which just I hope gets better in the coming years.
Though most of my college experience has been online, my reviews about Jindal are largely positive. The professors are highly qualified, they are well read, and they teach well and make the classes as interactive as they can. Moreover, in these tough times, they are compassionate and give appropriate relaxations with regards to assignments whenever students need them. In addition to this, Jindal provide access to many databases such as JSTOR, Manupatra, SCC Online, Hine Online, which help students in gathering course material as well as external research material to help with their studies. And lastly, professors send us a course outline at the beginning of the semester, which highlights the aims of the course, what will be taught, when it will be taught. So everything is systematic and it goes according to plan. With that being said, I would like to finish by saying that my experience in Jindal has been good and I'm happy studying law here.
What are the challenges that you might face on campus? The first and the foremost thing is the ability to adjust, the ability to adapt to an extremely new environment with totally new people, and how do you function in that place where you do not know anything about. That is the biggest challenge that I faced, and I'm very happy because I overcame that challenge and I'm adjusted to Jindal. The second challenge would be staying away from home. I know it's difficult for many students, so that could be one thing that could be very challenging for you all. Sharing your room with new people. Everyone wants their personal space, and having to share your room with two total strangers or maybe friends, if you all do not choose random roommates, it can be difficult and it can be intimidating, but you need to adjust and persevere through it. Advantages on campus: I told you about the food, the meals, the laundry service, and the Didis. They're very helpful. The security at Jindal is amazing. There are CCTV cameras everywhere, so you know that you're secure and you're safe. So how does your day look like at Jindal? The first 3 months of a semester is basically classes, meals, leisure activities, anything other that you've picked up, and room. But you'll always be busy with something or the other on campus because there are hundreds of things that you can do on campus. How many hours do you have to study? So the first 3 months are exhausting in itself because of the long classes and the extra hours that you have to put in to be at par with your professor and the time that you give for your internal exams. So I think the weeks you do not have your exams, you can study for 2 hours except classes. But when you have your exams, you will tend to study more because you have to meet the deadlines. What are the rules to leave campus? So whenever you want to go out of campus to meet someone or to spend a day out of campus, you need to apply for a gate pass on a common app that all Jindal students have. When you apply for a gate pass, a call or a message goes to your parents and they are supposed to accept the call. Only when they give permission to the call that they've got will your gate pass be accepted. There are also time considerations for when you apply for a gate pass. In conclusion, Jindal is a beautiful place with beautiful people. You're gonna have an extremely good time with the new people at Jindal and you're gonna have a lot of good memories to make with them. The opportunities, the events, the webinars and the workshops that they conduct are very helpful for your career and they build you as a person. Anything and everything that you will face on campus will make you stronger and better. During the CAA protest, our students also conducted protests inside campus and it is a very new experience, but you always get to learn something or the other from it. I would have regretted not coming here and I've got so many opportunities from here. I fit here perfectly and I'm sure you would too. If you get a chance to come to Jindal, all of the seniors will welcome you. This was all that I had to say about Jindal. Once we go back to campus, I'm going to be doing many more videos and vlogs so as to cover campus life at Jindal. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video and I hope I answered your questions. If you still have any questions, hit me up on Instagram or comment down below. And that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me. And stay tuned for many more videos and I'll see you guys in the next one.